I'm going to ask you some questions in this video and ask you if perhaps you're doing this one thing that if you stop doing could absolutely transform your life and others. I'm going to ask this important question because this could change our planet. It could put us in a completely different direction, and it is necessary. This is going to be an important conversation that I hope is another epiphany for you. You ready to go there? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube. Got my coffee. Here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet, one light being at a time. It only takes one light being to change, right? And it's you. Yeah. Are you ready for this? Because I'm going to share something that I believe is so profound, and that is our reliance on everyone else to tell us what we should be, what's happening, what the future's like, is 100% disempowerment of the power that you wield and are. I want you to think about this. I hope this is an epiphany for you. What do we do when we want answers? We go to other people. When do we feel bad? When other people tell us certain things. When do we argue? We've listened to somebody else who gave us some idea of how things are, and then we join those groups, and then we battle with one another. All of those are density actions, groups, energy fields. Why? Because no one would ever get you to join anything that opposes somebody else in a negative way. We can be the change makers when we gather together as a community for solutions, not opposition. I want you to remember that human conditioning is going on at every moment, and that I hope you have an epiphany when you realize all of it is being fed into you, and that you get to choose what you believe. And I will ask you anything that you believe, where it came from. I guarantee you that 99% came from somebody else. And so we continue to listen to our institutions and organizations that have never been honest with us. It has been a group of density, and those who have higher, let's just say, intentions have to play that game. And why would we participate in any organization that boxes us in? We are amazingly powerful people, and you have no limits. There's nothing you cannot create or change, and it starts with your own reality. And if you think that your reality is everybody else's and that they should think the way you do, you're really entrenched in it. Are you watching anything that tells you how things are out there? That is 100% the human programming. This has to end. We are constantly looking for predictions from somebody else. Now, when you come to my channel, and I do tell you things, but I don't tell you specific things that will happen, because no one can do that. I share with you how you can create that. So every once in a while I get somebody that says, well, what's the prediction? And I realize they didn't watch the video. The wonderful, powerful thing is you're creating it. It's not in stone. So whatever I told you wouldn't be true if you don't want it to be. Isn't that exciting? But humans want an answer. When will this event happen? When we're going to blow up? When will aliens land? They want specific answers, and therefore you hang on to it and you create it. And those who feed that information want that, because they want that quantum focus on the thing that they believe in. And when you do it, they gather more power, more power. Yeah, whether you think it's good or bad is irrelevant. If you're focused on it, you're creating it. Why would you want to focus on a negative future? We have the power to change anything. Why would you focus on the people that have always told us stuff that's not healthy for us? And we talk about things like full disclosure, and I think that's really funny. Disclose what? More lies, probably, because if somebody hasn't been honest with you, how many times do you have to go back to them to figure out that's just who they are? Total acceptance. Why are we always going to outside sources for the answers when you have the power of the universe in you? Because you don't believe it, do you? I don't think you really do. Those who do, absolutely are tapping into it and doing amazing things. I shared a video with you, and I knew that it wasn't going to get a lot of views, and I thought this is really interesting because the very things that I'm releasing that are so unbelievably powerful, people aren't using. And that's meditation. Why? It's easier for the mind chatter to talk about things and get answers and how's this and who's doing what and what's that theory. It's 100% programming. 100% of it is, right? If they're telling you how things are in this world and that that's just how it is, then they're not understanding, or they don't want you to understand that it doesn't have to be that way. What are you focused on right now? So all of that programming, 100%, is your choice. And if you're entrenched in it, I want you to just think of a stadium of people screaming. If you are shouting out your opinion, and they are, and all you can hear is the massive screaming, you will never hear the pin drop. And those who go into meditation, and I released one consciousness meditation, and I had the most profound thing happen to me in the material world. Just the first time I did it, the most profound thing happened. And I went to an absolute space of amazing love. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to be some saint or have answers. You just have to go into that space of nothingness and love. And I have you in one consciousness connect to the one consciousness and have you understand that everything you see is you. Therefore, you have power over it because thoughts direct that. So no matter what anybody else is saying out there, no matter what anybody else tells you how things are, you have unlimited probabilities and you get to pick yours. You get to pick yours. And yes, we have a collective that participates, but you can still live in your reality within it on a high frequency and therefore affect everybody else. And therefore, they will start to make different choices. We are not destined for total destruction. We are destined for greatness. We are here to change our humanness that has not worked for us. We are here 100% to stop arguing about the piddly little things going on out there and accept the fact that everything that is going supposedly wrong, we've created. And we have to take responsibility, and that's you and that's me. Yeah? So if you're staying in that space and you're watching that stuff and you're turning it on, that whole controlled thing, you know it's controlled, somehow we don't believe that. And then we're spewing statistics to each other and what's happening, and it's all fear. And you're going into fear, and there's no place out of that. You're in the basement of the mansion, and on the top, I'm up there having champagne with quite a few people now, who made it on that elevator, realized there was an elevator at all, and that there was a way up, and raised their frequency. And that elevator eventually got off on that floor, and they realized this was here the whole time. But I had to find my way there, and you can. What are you doing right now? Are you listening to the chatter? Are you telling yourself that things are a certain way? Are you watching theories? If there's anything negative in it, it's part of the density of humanity that we must no longer focus on. Every single day, from the morning you get up, time you get up in the morning to when you go to bed, 100% needs your attention to focus on the light, the love, seeing the beauty in others, seeing the opportunities, seeing nature around you and how amazing it is, making wise choices, respecting animals and your body and this whole quantum field of which you're placing your energy into. That's your task. And it doesn't come from anybody else. So everything that you have done, thought, felt, everything is coming from other people that you've allowed in. Your relationships. Nobody tells you anything. Nobody makes you sad or mad or anything else. Nobody makes you feel anything negative. You and you alone have to choose that. It's tough because we like to blame other people, and that's part of the matrix that tells you that you have no control over that. You got to stop believing that if you want to set yourself free and get through that matrix. There is a light out there, so amazing, so unconditionally loving, waiting for you to recognize that it's always been there. You always have been it. There's no higher self in another space. The higher self's right here. It's always with you. And you are playing a role. That energy field is in a dense body, playing out this role to rediscover it as a human being. Awakening is here right now. You don't have to seek it. You just have to know it. And that means that you cannot continue in these other actions or negative thoughts or seeking anything outside yourself. You hold every answer. Go into those meditations. Go into that space. And it's going to be uncomfortable to stay, 30 minutes. So do 10. Hey, listen, there are days I do my own meditations. Pause. I got some downloads, and I shoot a video, and then I go back to it. So do that. There are no rules. There are no rules. There's just frequencies. Will you come with me into a space of amazing, unlimited light and love? No one will tell you how things are or who and what you are. You get to choose that. You don't need anybody else to tell you what's going to happen on this planet. You all have to make some decisions right now, yes. People get upset. Well, they're doing this and I'm said, you have to make a decision. You just have to make a decision. Maybe that decision is that you need to go find something new and amazing in your life. I did it 7 years ago. I left that 20-year career, one that was really powerful. I spent 20 years building that career, and I walked. I had enough, and my life has never been more amazing. And some things are happening right now in my life that are mind-blowing. Why? Because I accept it. I say yes, yes. And when challenges come, I say, okay, what here can I learn? This is an opportunity. Thank you. Guide me through this. There's another way. There's another way. Are you ready for it? You guys know that I learned internet marketing. These are free videos. Go start a business. Do something amazing. Get the skills. We're on planet Earth. We need skills. We need other people to help train us, not tell us what to do. Please subscribe, and of course, Manifest Anything's a free video series. Get on it and don't quit. Don't quit. Don't keep looking for something else out there to satisfy you or tell you how to do things or have it now. That's the ego. Let it go. Let it go. It's going to be the biggest challenge you'll ever have, but you can do it. And you're going to open the door to something so amazing, and you're going to get it. And no words will be necessary, my friend. You're whole and perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you. Namaste.